Hello, 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 hello.
Levels?
Hello,
Levels?
hello.
Do we got levels?
Hello.
Levels?
Hello.
There's a new thing.
What's the new thing? Hey, if you're tuning in, this is the Killer Radio Show. You're listening to Ryan, Eric, and Jason. I'm going to put a song on while we get things ready to go here and talk to the tech guy real quick.
There's a new thing.
We got a lot of stuff donated to us this week by local musician Nato Cole. So I want to do him right and play a song. This is called Center Street Days. I think it's in the running for our team's theme here, our show's theme. So enjoy and let us know what you think. Okay, we're back. We are back. And you're listening to the Killer Radio Show on riverwestradio.com. There was a little snafu. We got a new show that's coming in right before us every week. So if you're tuning in because you were tuning into that, this is going to be a lot different than that.
Yeah.
So get used to that. Seems like they were talking about stuff that I had no idea what it was, which is
The one
great.
guy was like, I hope I didn't say my whole name because people are going to be spitting on me on the street. I kind of find it hard to believe there was something that incendiary.
Yeah, like we haven't been spit on yet. We've done like
Right. Well,
6 shows, 7
Not
shows.
for our opinions, just because we get assaulted by
The
bums
bums,
and
yeah.
dogs.
The bums. We got to turn your levels up here a little bit.
Let's do it.
Hopefully everybody can hear us
Level
out
up.
there. Make sure you tweet to @CastOfKillers, #Killer Radio. You can find us on Facebook under the Killer Radio Show or just Killer Radio Show, actually. We come here every Tuesday at 8 to 10. We've got some awesome guests this week, too. I'll plug them right now. Nato Cole's donated a bunch of music to us, so go check out his stuff at Nato Cole's Bandcamp. You'll get that tweeted out a little bit later. But Tim Higgins is going to join us today.
Yes.
And his
More
mustache.
importantly,
And
it's
his mustache, yeah.
And his mustache. Kelly Todd from the bakery, the River West Co-op Bakery. I think that's what it's called, or the River West Bakery Co-op.
I think it's just the River West Co-op.
Okay. No, it's not just the River West Co-op.
Oh, it
That's a
isn't?
different thing.
Oh, it is a different thing.
Yeah, they're trying to start a whole new thing where it's like the co-op, but it's a bakery specifically. So that
Not affiliated with River West Co-op.
Yeah, they might be. A
they might be
subsidiary.
loosely affiliated. Who knows? But it's a new thing. So that's
I
why
guess we'll find out, right?
she's
Yeah.
coming on to talk about it. So, also Sarah's here and she made us some delightful cookies that I didn't try because I don't eat sweets, but I'm gonna try one.
Let's
I
get an
promise
explanation
you.
for that. Why don't you eat sweets?
Yeah, you look like a guy who eats sweets.
Thank you. I don't eat sweets because when I was a kid, I had a ton of like cavities. So I'm just like, if there was one thing in my life I could control, it was that. You know, can't control my drinking, can't control my smoking, but sweets I could do. So I just kind of cut them out a long time ago.
Nice. I was
Yeah.
afraid of Twizzlers for a very long time because of that.
I still will eat a thing, you know, every once in a while. And I'll,
Like a cookie?
I don't know. Cookie to me is like a meal. Like it's a meal almost at this point.
It's not a meal though. It's the end of a meal. It's dessert. It's a
Yeah,
tiny little.
it ruins meals.
Yes.
Yeah, your mother told you that? Great. Yeah, the camera's not on a swivel tonight, so I'm just doing, we're doing like a high tracking shot of Jason and Eric. Although it's not tracking because it's
I
stationary.
wish we could have that like Spike Lee thing where they don't move, but the rest of the they just move forward.
Yeah.
And the rest of the world goes by.
Yeah.
I wish we could film us broadcasting live doing that.
Yeah, and then it like somehow goes through a window out into the street and then comes back in. I want to do that
Yeah, that
too.
would be
That'd
so
be pretty cool.
We can do the
figure
Spike
that
Lee
out for
thing where
next
the
week.
music
I'm
never
sure.
goes down.
I'm sure we'll figure that out for next week. So, yeah, tune in early to the show before us. River West Radio is putting on all kinds of shows. So if this is your taste, then maybe that is too. So, and we'd love to have listeners carry all the way through as many shows as we can. Too.
Stream it 24 hours a day.
24 hours a day. It's only on from like 11 to 11 or something.
Then
like
watch the archives.
and then watch the archives. Yes. Yeah. Check us out on the archives. Let us know. On Facebook, we posted through the Killer Radio show that you can now subscribe to us on iTunes. So I posted a link there.
That I don't think it worked.
I don't know if it worked. Yeah. So to get that to work on your computer, you probably have to have a Mac. No, you have to go to the archive pages, and then there should be something there where you can actually subscribe to us on iTunes, which would be really cool.
I appreciate Apple's strategies. Like if you use their software, it takes up most of your computer's operating
Yeah, just, like,
capacity.
goes
so
through
it's
your
already
computer.
a Mac. They just get on your PC and make it a Mac.
Yeah, exactly. I wish
Everyone will
that
assimilate.
worked.
It's like the Borg. The Apple or the Borg of computer manufacturers.
Okay, we'll explain the Borg to everyone.
They're from Star Trek. They were an alien species
Okay,
that
now
produced a
stop
hive
explaining the
mind.
board. Stop.
If I recall correctly, Jean-Luc Picard is actually assimilated into the Borg at one point, but that's about all I know.
That was nice having listeners before you started talking, which is cool.
Let
We
me
should
push up
also
my
say that
non-existent glasses.
Steve Breeze, not with us here today physically, but with us in spirit, live from Amy's in Madison at one of their awesome open mics. He's there doing time, so he's nice enough to actually keep tweeting during the show before he goes on stage. So, and hopefully he'll give us a call too. I'm going to try and play him on the radio. We'll still have the Steve show because I know how much people like it. If you want to call in, it's 414-935-2951. So call in. How was your week, Jason?
It was delightful.
Yeah. Oh, that's not our phone. That's Jason's phone.
Actually, I'm getting a call from a guy who has a squirrel broke into his house. That's good.
Really? Did he steal anything? That's nuts.
Ah! Oh my! What did I do this week? What was fun this week?
We went to
Karma was fun.
Madison.
We went to Madison. That was for Lara Bites was performing at Stand Up Wisconsin
Yeah.
event with Moshe Kasher. Is that his name?
Yeah.
He was fantastic.
Lee Camp also.
Lee Camp. Yeah. Who strikes me is probably a really good writer.
Yes.
Who just kind of walks on stage and recites
Lets his mind
essays.
loose a little bit too, which is, I mean, that was a weird audience and a really cool event, and it was interesting to go see some guys who do comedy, you know, at a higher level than we're doing it right now financially.
Right.
And in a lot of ways, a lot funnier than us, which is awesome.
In all ways.
Yeah,
In
in
every
always.
single way you can think of.
I think I stand funnier on stage than that.
Than Moshe Kasher?
No,
I
not the
doubt
Moshe
it.
Kasher. He stands very funny. But can you explain what Stand Up Wisconsin was?
It was an event meant to like embolden people to participate in the recall effort for Scott Walker, and after basically getting them to chant, I don't know, passionate slogans for a little while.
This is
they
what
then meant
democracy
to like,
looks like.
yeah, they which is apparently people screaming at each other, which I think was more apt than they thought it was going to be. Like, this is what democracy looks like in your face.
Yes.
But then to the ginger of the meal was a bunch of comics, and the crowd was a little weird. It was mostly older people, but they seemed to have a good time.
Yeah, for
Please
sure.
Stop doing that.
Yeah, it was like a bunch of old hippies, like Madison. You know what you'd expect from like a something on it where protesters would have to stay out past 5, but they'd have to pay a lot of money to get in.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
it was old hippies who didn't want to laugh, which was weird.
That's the weird thing about politics now, and what the event, and it was a fun event. It was just kind of that weird, hazy political nonsense that kind of makes you realize you don't want to get involved in politics, because it's a bunch of people who are like fighting for the right to be uptight.
Yeah, but it was like everyone in that room all agreed with one another. It was like they were protesting, nothing.
It's about time to make another Borg reference, I think.
Yeah, it was like that room where I don't think they were changing anybody's minds. They, maybe if that room would have filled up with more fans of like Moshe Kasher and Lee Camp, Lee Camp fans are probably all liberals, but it probably would have brought a few more people in that would have maybe been swayed by what they were doing. I thought the guy who came out and spoke, Nayland Mitchell, he's
Something like that.
running for lieutenant governor. He was somebody who could change people's minds. I mean, definitely a captivating guy. He was like a mini Obama, though, right?
I was kind of, no one actually knew what he looked like until he walked out. And they're like, oh, all right. Sure. I would have liked to have seen more explanation from him and less propaganda, less chanting, more talking.
Less chanting, more ranting?
Yeah.
That could be our slogan.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I get that.
Because he started explaining what he was about and what he wanted to get accomplished, and then it was like, you know what? No. We'll just have people yelling at each other.
Yeah, I mean that seems to be like a political go-to, at least a little bit. If you're getting a reaction, then that's good. And maybe that's what he was going for that night. But I don't know. He was captivating in some way. And if you're on stage and you're captivating, hats off to you.
Right off the bat, too.
Eric has yet to.
Right, yeah.
He's still waiting. You were there on Friday night at Karma, right?
Yes, yeah.
What did you think of Karma?
It was awesome.
Don't go into it at all, please. Just stop,
That's no more explanation needed. It was just awesome.
Yeah, we only really had a week to promote that, and it turned
yeah.
out to be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely more than a modest showing of people coming out to see comedy, which is great.
Tim Higgins was there. He's going to come in.
Yeah, Tim Higgins was there.
Yeah.
If you got questions for Tim Higgins, or if you are hearing about a really cool show at Karma and you think, I want to go to the next one of those,
Yeah.
Go ahead and tweet us. Let us know that you want to go, and we will we'll pick somebody from the Twitter list at Cast of Killers, #KillerRadio.
Yep.
And we will get you on the list, the VIP list, so you'll get in for free.
I think it'd be really cool. We should try to make #KillerRadio like trend in Milwaukee. I think that would be a really cool thing on Twitter. Just get everybody just like blast it out. Because it's just like the things that trend in Milwaukee, it'll be like Sunday and it'll be like what happened Friday night in the Brewers game. Like it's just like not many people in
What's
Milwaukee
trending in Milwaukee? Parking near fire hydrants.
Yeah, parking tickets, construction. I feel like construction is always
Yeah.
trending in Milwaukee. Just construction.
Summerfest
Not
is already
finishing construction.
trending.
That's never trending.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
What were you saying, Eric?
Summerfest is already trending.
Is it?
No, I don't
Oh God. I almost printed off like the Summerfest lineup and said that we would go through it, but I figure we'll
Yeah.
save that for a little bit
Yeah,
later
we'll do it
show.
closer. Everyone's already got a really good idea now who they're gonna try really hard to see and be disappointed by. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I can't wait to see this band and then complain.
Ex-girlfriends. Oh wait, no, I got it.
That's a terrible band.
I don't know. I mean, was there anybody that stuck out to you? I
I know
mean,
the
Actually
Foo
didn't
Fighters.
see the
The Foo
list.
Fighters are. I know that they're like the main orchestra.
yeah, they're on there.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Are
that
you
should
excited
be a
about that?
pleasantly mediocre show.
Yeah, right. Hopefully,
feel
lots of
cool.
new stuff. That
Yeah.
would be-
Play all the really hot singles you guys got, and then play the rest of your crappy albums.
Aw.
That's what they've been doing since the Color and
Special
the
place
Shape.
in my heart for those guys. Just let them do.
That first album is great.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
why. That was
Yeah.
like one of my first concerts when I was a kid. My mom took me
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
wow.
to
Yeah.
see them after, was it
I could see
Ray Gun or whatever?
Deborah crowd surfing. I could see it.
We were not allowed to go down to the mosh pit. My mom kept us safely in the second balcony at the
like,
Riverside.
You wait here, Ryan. I'll be right back.
What'd you think? Were they good?
It was amazing. I mean, it was like the loudest thing I had ever seen at the time.
How old were you?
I had to be I was like 7th grade or 6th grade maybe.
Where was it?
Nice.
So 6th grade probably. It was at the Riverside. So we drove from Madison to Milwaukee to see this, and like we were excited about it, and it was cool. I just remember the opening band was just some garage punk band that never made it, and it was like this. It was kind of like post Riot Girl like band. So it was just a ton of this woman yelling the F
With
word.
like 9 R's.
Yeah.
Right, girl.
Right, girl. Yeah, I don't know. I have a soft spot for the Foo Fighters just for that.
Right
I
on.
guess.
I can understand that.
Now, do I choose to listen to them?
I have a
No.
soft spot for the Foo Fighters because Dave Grohl's just really seems like a really cool guy.
Right.
And so it's like, oh, Foo Fighters song, cool.
If
but I'm
only
never
that were
gonna buy it.
enough.
Yeah. Apparently it is because people keep buying the albums.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, Friday Night at Karma was awesome, and I think like the one thing I was saying is that to somebody, one of the other comics, is that like Karma is becoming the best room in the city.
Yeah,
Like,
it is. It really is.
and it's
Oh,
not.
I'm sorry.
It's not a
I think
coincidence.
that was. I think you misspoke when you said
is
it's
the best
becoming the. Yeah, it is absolutely the best room in the city right now.
Yeah.
Its location, the vibe that it gives off, the kind of what you can get away with on stage.
the quesadillas.
Yeah, the quesadillas
yeah.
are delicious.
Tater tots. Oh goodness.
Oh yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah. I mean, I don't look forward to shows the way I look forward to there. You know, I love Cactus Club. I think that's a really fun place. But some of the rock clubs, it's more of a one-off. Whereas Karma, it's like that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Which is cool. So.
It's on people's calendars, and that's what really matters. Is
And
like,
yeah.
oh, because we've had people that come back, just strangers that came to see it, and they're like,
I still think we need a curtain on those stairs.
oh,
to
no,
separate
absolutely, we
us
need
from the back.
something to
Yeah.
separate us from all that nonsense.
It's like
but-
the bathroom is the only bathroom in the bar, and it's downstairs. Downstairs.
But that's
too, so-
perfect because then people come
Yeah,
downstairs and
people
they
see
it.
see
Yeah.
what's happening. They're like, oh, well,
They
I stick
pee
around
all
that
over
first
themselves.
or that
Yeah.
second open mic under the stairs. That was awesome because everyone came down to go to the bathroom and they're like, oh my god, there's this cool thing happening.
Yeah. And that's what's cool. I really like the open mic under the stairs on Wednesdays too.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
becoming a really good because Fridays
for
are
sure.
the showcase, but Wednesdays are really the open mic where it's free and you can still come down and experience it, and
Yeah,
it's really good.
it's we'll be having that tomorrow night actually.
Yes.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah, definitely. Show up to that. We'll plug some other stuff later in the show too, so stay tuned. And then again to call in, it's 414-935-2951 if you got the stones for it. Yeah, I went golfing this weekend. I didn't write that down on your cheat sheets, but I went golfing. 57. I shot a
57.
57.
On 18?
Nope. On 9. On 9.
Either way, you're gonna be the champion. I don't know how good are you?
Terrible.
June 22nd.
I am terrible.
June
22nd.
22nd.
Me and
Okay.
Eric and Ryan are going out and
I gotta get that in my
the
calendar.
links.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
June 22nd.
we need to go to driving ranges and practice.
Let's do it. I get out there. We'll go. We played this course, right? And it was my first time out. My friends wanted to go play this specific course, and like I get there, and usually your first time out's like a county park, and like, you know, it's easy enough where you don't lose every ball you hit. But like, I got there, and it was like, well, this is gonna be really hard. It was like I can actually see water off the first tee.
Oh, no.
And like it's tree line. It's really thin, and I was like, well, here's the part where I lose like 15 balls, like just going. But I had a lot of fun. I
How
love
many balls
golfing.
did you lose?
I must have lost at least 5.
That's not bad.
That's a lot.
How many on average do you lose?
About 5.
Okay.
No, I probably lost more than that then, I would imagine. Because there was one green that was an island green. How's all this golf talk going over for the...
How was your
the
greens in regulation? Did you hit pretty well, or?
What's your
My
favorite
putting
tee?
was fine.
Ooh, putting.
I didn't hit a lot of fairways.
That's where I fail.
3-putt Mason over here.
Yeah, that's what they call me. If you're just tuning in, you're listening to the River West Radio, the Killer Radio Show. We got Tim Higgins coming in tonight. We've got Kelly Todd from the River West Bakery Co-op that's just starting up. and I heard just word on the street that the food was really good. We ran into somebody outside who was talking about it, which is great. Did you guys didn't make it to that event because probably we were in Madison and you were probably sleeping in, I would imagine. Is that the case?
Yeah.
Well,
What time was it?
They have another event coming up, so we'll have
9
to talk to her
o'clock
about
at
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
9 o'clock at night.
It was 10 at night. 10 at night.
Just getting up.
Did you did you watch the Brewer game yesterday, Eric?
The 13 inning, yeah, they lost, and yeah, that sucked.
Where they didn't have commercials. Did you notice this?
They did at the very, very end.
Yes.
They did at the very end. But yeah, it was weird, yeah. You could tell after a while they were running out of stuff to shoot during like the breaks. They're just like,
Yeah.
all these fans. You see the guy with the banana suit on?
Yes.
With his gut hanging out, he's wearing this banana suit.
That's what I was saying. Like,
See, that's another more proof that commercials just ruin things.
Yeah, right.
so something was wrong with the tech feed in like Houston, wherever Fox Sports is like centrally localized or located, and like no commercials from right at the beginning of the show, like right at the beginning of the broadcast.
Yeah.
And so they went like all the way through like the entire game.
And of course it was extra innings.
Yeah,
too.
of course it was. Like you knew it was going to be extra innings, but like the announcers looked miserable by the end of it. Like
Yeah.
when they showed them, they did a late inning thing. They're both wearing like their reading glasses. They look really haggard, and they like haven't peed in like 5 hours. It was awesome.
There's 2 sausage races.
There was.
Yep.
How was that?
Because it's the 6th inning they do the sausage race. So if it goes,
Oh, they did one in the 12th.
Yeah, yep. And
That's
they'll
amazing.
they'll sing another "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" in the 7th inning stretch if it's the 14th inning stretch too.
They just reset, much like a radio show. They
you go.
reset.
Yeah.
Any tweets? Did anybody tweet in yet? Tweet at Cast Killers #Killer Radio. Get it trending. That's what Eric wants you to do.
Yes.
Let's get trendy up in this piece.
Not yet though.
Okay. All right. I guess it's on you guys out there. It's on you.
What doesn't work?
Whenever I try to tweet it, it never ever works.
Oh, maybe you're tweeting wrong.
I must be.
Yeah, I said it. Sarah's joining us, and she thinks that just because she brought cookies that she can tweet. Do you want an update on Lael? Lael update?
Yes.
Yeah, Lael update.
Do 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 boop boop.
So my brother is living with us because he was formerly unemployed, now employed.
Two
You're
jobs.
gonna have to drop
jobs.
the 15 minutes of your material.
Yeah, I know, right?
Nope.
No,
Don't
he's-
ever do that.
He's unemployed
That's the
forever in
linchpin of your
my
material.
act, which is great. We've instituted a you must wear a shirt in the living room rule.
Do you put is it up? Did you like get it laminated and put it up?
I haven't. I should be maintaining like a Lael commandments so that he knows what the rules are.
Like a cheat sheet?
Yeah, it's like do the dishes, like put away things.
Don't poop in the living room.
Don't poop in the living room.
Or in the cat box.
Wear a shirt. If you don't have
Wait.
money for beer, you are not allowed to drink it. Very simple commandments, Jason, but we're still learning.
Like the commandments. Yeah, I know. So there's a learning curve to learning how to live like a good person.
Yeah, I mean, some would
He's
say
a
that we're
tortured
still doing
soul, Ryan, and maybe you just don't understand him.
it. He is not a tortured soul. I can say that unequivocally. But yeah, he's doing good. He started his job at the bagel factory or Bagel Brugger's, right?
Burgos Bagels.
He was definitely talking to me about how it's hard to master the art of making bagels. To which I said, baloney. Like it is not hard.
To which I said, I don't care.
No, it's really hard to
Just
cut
pay
them
your
in
way.
half. It's really,
Yeah.
it's really tough.
Okay, Jason, you're Jewish, so let me ask you this question about bagels. He was like,
I would rather you ask me questions about pork.
he was like, yeah, they make their bagels really weird there because they boil them. But like that is how you make bagels. Like you bake the bread and you boil it.
Make what?
A bagel.
A what?
Bagel?
Bagel.
Bagel.
Bagel. I say
bag-
bagel.
a
I know you
bagel?
do.
Bagel.
I don't really know much about bagel preparation, but I can assure you that no part of its production is in any way difficult. It's probably one of the most rudimentary food service jobs you can have.
It's a round circle of bread.
Wait, do I wait till the flame is on the pot before I throw it in? What is boiling? What does it mean when it's boiling? Is it because it's bubbling or is it?
Is that common knowledge though that bagels are you boil them?
I've never actually heard that.
Really?
Yeah, I have no idea how
You're
you
the
make
only
them.
person who knows these things.
I could see Leo though, like, so what exactly goes on a raisin cinnamon bagel? Cinnamon and raisins.
He did say that he had trouble with the bagels that have cheese on top of them.
There's not
'Cause he's
enough
like,
jalapenos in this
There,
cinnamon
you
bagel.
can't get the cheese on to stay on top of them. I was like, does that matter? Just like cram some on and move them down. Like that's it.
Are they insolent? Is like
I don't know.
like they just no, I will not stay on this for you, loser.
Like, "Ugh, what do you want us to have all this cheese on us? Is that what you're saying? That's my.
What's with the cheese?
I don't know. Well, do you eat bagels? I love.
I
Bagels.
love
Yeah,
bagels,
bagels
man.
are awesome.
There's
What's your favorite bagel? I can't even say it.
jalapeno or just everything.
Yeah, I like
just throw it
everything.
all on there.
Bagels are my favorite.
Messiest but most delicious. Mostly because I feel like I can leave my mark after I've eaten it. Like, yeah, I've eaten an everything bagel at this table. Recognize.
And now my shirt smells like an everything bagel for the rest of the day.
I smell like everything.
I'm a pumpernickel man myself.
Pumpernickel.
I like them dark.
Doesn't surprise
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for.
Got bagel fever.
I get bagel fever when I get in there. The funniest is when like pumpernickel bagels are the oft ignored bagel. Like they are.
Is that why they appeal to you?
They are. They're like the indie bagel to me.
The indie bagel.
I was,
like
eating,
the
I was eating
underdog
pumpernickel
bagels.
before you. Huh.
Because you'll go into like an Einstein's and you'll be like, yeah, I'll have a pumpernickel bagel, and they'll search like high and low, and like they'll walk right by it, and they'll be like, what? These are just burned, like they're brown. Like no, that's the one I
That's
want.
racist.
No, I like a good pumpernickel bagel. Although I will tell you
Pumpernickel's
this,
a good flavor.
he has not brought me a bagel yet.
Ah.
Like he has worked 3 days at this bagel shop, and I am putting a roof over his head.
Maybe you need
have
to
I
sit on
have
the-
I tasted the fruits of his labor? Absolutely not.
I was gonna say you should sit on the couch shirtless eating his food, but he didn't buy any food. So
No. I will say this too. Like my mom bought. She was like, "Well, I bought your brother some food so you can have." And like, yes, he's like poor, but like she bought him a giant bag of tiny fun bag chips. The Quest card vegetables, you know. I was like, Mom, this is not good.
that's for a little kid in his lunch.
Yeah. So like,
Lunchtime Cheetos. Woo!
it's like just this big bag of like
Gotta
30,
take off my shirt.
30 bags of
Lunchtime.
chips. So there's little bags of chips strewn about my apartment, shirts everywhere.
Sucks.
So things are going great.
I do have an interesting bagel story. Sort of when I first moved here, I used to hang out at Node. I don't know if anyone remembers Node, the coffee shop. Yeah, that place was interesting, and then quickly turned douchey. It was like a weird hippie, hipster,
Yeah.
goth kid warriors.
Well, it was
like-
open 24 hours.
Yeah.
At one time, and like college kids would go there. But it was not like this was before the Riverview and
yeah.
Cambridge dorms were on North Avenue, and
It's just a gas station there.
yeah, it was like not in a good neighborhood. People probably don't remember that, but
It was like right off the bridge. But anyways, so we were really, really poor. I just moved here with like a
3
back
cents.
seat full of stuff and like no money. And we used to go to Einstein Bagels down over on Van Buren and like find that they throw away their bagels into a bag. And,
oh, dude,
like,
I was a dumpster bagel guy too.
oh my God, yeah, just go back there, stay up all night, drink coffee, and buy some cream cheese, and it was amazing. And then those dicks,
And then the diarrhea started.
they started putting coffee grounds inside the bag with the bagels because
so you had to wash your bagel first.
Yeah, no, I would just not touch it. It was just we found that once.
I lived right behind an Einstein Bagels on Donner Avenue, and there was one there.
Like by the dumpster.
Yep. And we would see them putting them in the dumpster, and we would go grab them.
Oh, it's
and
so good.
My girlfriend at the time was like not enthused about it. And my one friend who I was living with was like, yeah, we've been eating a lot of these bagels. And my other friend just turns to him and was like, I will give you $100 to never eat another bagel out of a dumpster.
Oh, come on, that's not fair.
And did he?
No.
Oh.
He'd have to buy a lot of bagels.
How about I give you $100 to stop pretending you're better than that?
I don't know. I had my run-ins with dumpster bagels that I should not have eaten, so I kind of turned away from it at that point. Meaning I had uncontrollable diarrhea for a long time.
Yeah.
I like how you whispered that, but
You put everybody
into the
Controllable
into the
diarrhea.
microphone, you whispered that.
So, yeah, definitely tweet your bagel story to us. Tweet us your favorite bagel, and
Yeah.
if you pick the right bagel, then we will give you free into.
Bonus points for favorite spread.
Oh my God, it's so loud when you just did that right now. So yeah, I was grilling out yesterday.
Sweet.
Yeah.
What were you grilling?
Gigantic steaks.
Oh God. Okay, I need
have,
to.
have you guys been doing some grilling?
Not yet.
Not
I haven't
yet.
got around to. I got a big
I
old thing
love-
of pork chops, so I'm
Oh,
ready.
yeah?
I'm excited.
Grill pack?
Yep.
Is that how that's going?
I want some brats. It's that season. My grill is down. I have like, this huge steel grill, and it's just broken.
My grill is down. My grill is down for whatever. That's what I say. No, my grill got stolen. My neighbors threw a big party, and then like the next day, my grill was gone. So I was like immediately mad at my new neighbors, which is awesome, even though like it could be a coincidence. So
Right.
I just got a new grill and decided to say whatever. I got like the worst grill in the world though. It like doesn't stand up on its own. It's like tips over
Oh, man.
during,
That sucks.
which is great. Yeah, do you grill out at your place often?
I did last summer, again, but no grill. Now my grill consists of a forming grill, which is not the same
No.
in any way, shape, or form.
No, it's embarrassing.
It's been a while. I'd like to have a cookout sometime.
Let's do it.
Yeah, that'd be
fun.
Killer Radio Cookout?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's do it. So you did watch. You stayed up to watch that entire game.
Yep.
And to watch the Brewers lose.
Yes.
What did you? As soon as they scored, did you go to bed?
Yeah.
Or did you wait to see if the Brewers scored again?
Yeah. The
'Cause I
the
went to bed.
Giants. The Giants hit a home run in the top of the inning, and I watched the bottom just to see what would happen. And then they lost. And then I was like disappointed, and I was like, well, looks like I'm going to bed.
Yeah. Looks like it's 1 a.m. All right.
It was like midnight, but
Yeah, it was late. So what else did you guys want to talk about? There's a bunch of stuff on the list. What's grabbing you?
can we talk about camping? I know we've been meaning to talk
Yeah,
about camping.
sure.
I love to go camping.
You love to go camping?
Yeah.
I'm going camping in 2 weeks. I invited you, but you can't make it.
Yeah, I can't make it. I work 6 days a week.
Ooh, that
But
sucks.
no, I love to go camping though. And it's like, like just sit around, a couple of beers around the fire, go fishing maybe,
Yeah.
then cook the fish that you caught over
Yeah.
the fire. Yeah.
Do you have any good
That's where
camping
it's at.
stories?
All my camping stories are horrific.
Tell one.
I haven't gone camping in a long time.
I want to hear what him eating a cookie while talking sounds like.
Num 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 num.
Wait, are they horrific because of the people you went with, or was it just like an ancient, scary campground?
No, the first time I went camping was I went with a YMCA. I was part of this after-school YMCA program. I was like,
Is that really camping though?
yeah, it was like I was like 11.
Was it a YMCA, Jason? Or was it
They said they were from the YMCA.
was it a social worker? Was it a social worker?
It was a big brother. No, we went out in the middle of the woods, and there was like, we either got divided into single tents, or we got put into these huge
swingers.
tents, these huge tents, and I managed to get this like 2-person tent, and everything was great. And then everything went to hell. Like this huge storm happened, and like I was trying to run back to my tent, but I fell and I was covered in mud. And then I got back to the tent and it blew over, and so I had to go sleep in the huge tent with all of the refugees whose tents had been washed away. And so everyone stayed up complaining and or making out. That was
Wow.
yeah, it was like in that awkward middle school way. Like where it's
Oh,
really
like that,
loud,
yeah.
but everyone like you can hear no, but come on. We have no idea what we're doing, but let's do it.
Yeah, the 90s were a different time.
Teabags in the making. And the next night I almost got my face burned off because we were trying to get a barrel fire started, and someone threw in some like
Trying to
gasoline.
get a barrel fire going? What is that? What?
It's pretty self-explanatory. Barrel
get a
fire.
Get a
Throw some
barrel.
flammable things in there, and then throw lighter fluid in it when no one's looking, and then avoid the fireball.
So, where was this?
I couldn't tell you right now. I don't remember.
You don't remember? Do you remember where you were living at the time?
Oh yeah, I was living in Pennsylvania.
Oh, so it was like somewhere out in the Adirondacks. That's not there, is it?
Yeah, I don't think that's.
Either way, it was in the Himalayas.
You just wanted to say Adirondack.
Yeah,
It was
I
on
did.
the Amazon somewhere.
Yeah, it was in the Amazon.
Was it in the Appalachians?
That's possible, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if it is. or not.
Yeah.
That's East Coast.
Then my mom took me camping later on, and that was horrific as well. 'Cause
I don't really have any like terrible like bad stories from camping. I probably do. I've just blocked most of them out. But I do remember I went camping with my one friend who now lives in Madison. But we were great friends, and he was like, "Do you want to go camping with my family?" And I was like, "Oh, I'd love to." And little did I know, like his family goes camping for a week.
Oh, wow.
Like a week straight.
Yeah.
And
It's
I
a
was
week
like,
without a shower.
yeah, and that's what it was. Like we went the whole week without a shower, basically.
Yeah.
And like I
We're spoiled.
I was like repugnant. Like at the end of it, I remember my mom wouldn't even like hug me when I got back. Like I had been gone for a week.
It wasn't because you were dirty.
Yeah, as well. I mean, it was weird though. Like his family was
Came back.
totally into it. Like they were totally into this idea of like, well, we're just gonna spend this time together for a week. Like we would have killed each other. We were like, it would have been like day 3. It would have been like, let's go to a movie. Like anything but not talking to each other.
Whenever I think of camping now, I always think of. Did you guys read Calvin and Hobbes?
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Like
definitely.
whenever he would go camping, how it was absolutely miserable, and his dad was totally into it.
Yeah.
And that's how I usually felt during camping. Like, I'm glad you guys are getting something out of this, but you're. Ugh.
Right. Well, we plowed through about 35 minutes. We had a little bit of a late start, so I thought I'd give us an extra 5 there. But let's play another song from Nato Coles.
For sure.
And take a short break here and tweet at
Let's
Cast
not
of Killers,
lie.
hashtag Killer Radio.
You listen to a song, we're gonna smoke a cigarette.
Yeah, absolutely. Hold on one second. And hopefully Steve Breeze is manning the 1s and 2s on our Twitter out there in Steve Breeze land. When we get back, Steve Breeze, try and call in if you're listening right now. Let me just pick a song out here. Big thank you to Nato Coles. I really enjoy a lot of his music too, which is awesome. I enjoy all of it, I'll say.
I enjoy NATO protests.
Sure. So we played Center Street Days was the first song that we played. So I'm gonna play Julie, Hang Out a Little Longer.
Riding your bike down the beach in the wind, flower dress and your wheels they spin. Riding your bike down the beach in the night, truly you're such a fine sight.
Okay, that was NATO Coles. That was really awesome. Yeah, that was really awesome. How about we play one more song by them? Here we go.
Ever since I was just a little boy in short pants, when I hear that rock and roll, I gotta jump up and dance. And there's always somebody trying to turn me down, saying it's too late, you gotta be quiet now. I'm gonna play my favorite song. I'm gonna play it all night long. Ho, 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 ho. Nothing's gonna drag me down. 'Cause I'm playing all night and I play loud. La, 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 la. Alright. Sweet black grooves spinning on a 45. Taught me about the rhythm. The meaning of a wild life.
All right, NATO Coles, bringing it for River West. You guys heard play loud, and you heard Julie hang out a little longer. If you like the NATO's music, which you should, because it's great, you can check him out if you Google NATO Coles, NATO Bandcamp. You'll find his site where you can actually download all of his music for free. But he is, it's kind of a pay what you want system. So I went on there, paid $1 a song because, we want to support him as much as he's supporting us right now by letting us play his music on the air. Go check it out. It's cool stuff. It's kind of like, it's very River West Bruce Springsteen-y. What is the band I keep forgetting? If you know what band I'm trying to think of, please text me.
It just kind of has that like down home Americana charm. It's
Yeah.
very much like I said the Gaslight Anthem before because they very much have that. They're like Rise Against, but a little bit like dirtier,
A little
more
homier.
Americana. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very.
Bruce Springsteen is what we were saying before.
I think he's from Minnesota too, so Minnesota's own.
You can tell they wear jean jackets.
Yeah, NATO Coles of the Used Kids is his other band, and then his band right now is the Blue Diamond Band. So the Blue Ribbon Band and the Blue Diamond Band supporting Killer Radio, which you're listening to right now on riverwestradio.com.
Perfect.
Send us a tweet at Cast of Killers, hashtag Killer Radio, or give us a call at 414-935-2951. Hopefully Steve Breeze is out in the world somewhere, gonna call us or do something to check in. So Steve, tweet us, do something.
Yeah.
We want to hear from you.
Yeah.
People are gonna miss the Steve show.
They are.
And Kelly Todd just rolled in from the Co-op Bakery. We're going to have her on in just a short minute here. She showed up on a bike, which kind of was expected for somebody who's starting a Co-op Bakery. She rode here on a magic carpet.
Of goodwill.
But we have cookies tonight, too. It's sort of festive for having somebody who's going to be at a bakery. Are you nervous, Sarah, that she's going to eat one and judge you? Because she's involved with the co-op, so she'll probably be really nice. No matter what. Because that's how socialism works. Anyways, you got some tweets, Eric?
Yeah, I got a couple of tweets. Damon Millard, friend of the show, right?
Friend of the show, Damon Millard.
He's watching Dancing with the Stars right now.
The finals.
The finals. Go Donald Driver.
Yeah, did you watch last night?
No, I didn't.
I watched just to see Donald Driver dance.
Yeah.
Why not?
How did he do? I didn't watch it.
There's a couple of reasons why not.
He was very funky
Very funky.
and very dapper.
I
so.
think that the judging's going on right now. So like after the show.
Yeah, Damon, tweet us what happens on DSTW.
And
DSTWS?
DWTS.
Oh, whatever.
Oh.
I don't care.
And Aiden Rady, we were talking about camping. Aiden Rady,
International,
buddy, yeah,
international former comic.
yeah, former comic. He says the last time he went camping, his friend drank 10 beers, a bottle of vodka, and wound up wearing a sock somewhere on him.
Probably on his feet, I would imagine, right?
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, he was a fan of the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
That's great. Thanks,
Yeah.
Aiden, all the
Yeah.
way from sunny Japan. Is it sunny there right now?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Tell us, Aiden Rady,
Yeah,
what the
tweet
weather
us.
is like in
Yeah.
Japan,
In Japan.
other than superior to America.
Yeah, does your wife let you out of the house? Do you have a window?
Is it made of rice?
Doubt it.
Is it made of
Doubt
rice?
it.
No, I have a quick camping story maybe I could throw in there.
Yeah.
I like to go trout fishing, and sometimes we go camping and trout fishing, like make a day out of it and a night out of it.
Yeah,
Just, like,
definitely.
Trout fish and then go camping. I didn't know that the campground that I stayed at, I found this out after I stayed there. In like the late 80s, there was like a serial camp murderer that would like go to the campground I was
on.
at. I swear to God, he was like 4 people were murdered and they never figured it out at the campground I stayed at. Like,
Really?
That's a true story. Pembine, Wisconsin. That is a true story.
Oh, I feel like that is only something your big brother would tell you. You know, like, yeah, there's a bunch of murders
Did the
here.
person only kill teenagers who were having sex?
Isn't that the only people that get killed?
They're all Christians for some reason, the murderers.
They're very much not. Yeah, if you do something bad at a campground, just expect to get murdered.
Yeah.
You know,
Totally.
unless what you're doing is murdering, in which case you're gonna be fine. Until the end. Pembine, Wisconsin. Where the heck is that?
Awesome trout fishing. I can't tell you because then
Awesome
everybody
trout
will...
fishing, awesome serial killing.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know if I believe you or not. Somebody look that up.
And then another fun game that we play when we're camping is trying to fall asleep in the tent. We play flick the ticks on each other. That's always a fun game to play.
Oh boy, do you want to take that one, Jason?
It just sounds very gay.
I was gonna say mine's bigger than a tick, so
Flicking each other's ticks.
yeah, that's what you're doing in your tent. Usually, you leave that to
Hey,
yourself.
Steve, let me flick your tick. What? Nah, dude, I have a girlfriend.
No, dude, we gotta check everywhere. Check everywhere. It's better if it's dark.
Listen, man, I can't reach this
Ticks are
spot
like
on
one of
me.
the reasons like I can't get my girlfriend to go camping ever. You know,
Yeah.
she's just like the idea of something like boring into her skin,
Right.
And then like her not being aware of it is just too much.
This sounds like a Tony Tudor nightmare.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good Tony Tudor.
Yeah. So it's That's my Tony Tudor impression.
I do a lot of babysitting.
Tony Tudor, friend of the show, loves ticks. If you
and me.
have a tick, if you're concerned that you have a tick, look Tony Tudor up on Twitter. He'll come over to your house. He will look you over for ticks.
Yes.
Probably free of charge, I would imagine.
Unless you're over the age of 14.
Yeah, unless you're over the age of 6. Yeah, exciting. Yeah, I'm really excited to go camping. They're like, everybody gets ready for camping the same way. Like, okay, who's bringing what? And like 9 people just say beer.
Who's bringing the TV?
Yeah, like I went on like the page that people are maintaining for that event, and I was like, maybe we should go golfing. And like every one of my like hippie friends was just like, this is about camping. Like, yeah, we could have some cocktails, harass one of the 19-year-old girls that works at the course. Like, that's my idea of camping. It's outdoors.
I do think in both circumstances, when we go golfing and when we go camping, we should just have martinis. Like martini glasses.
Oh, I'm not going camping with you two. I don't know where that idea came in. I'll go golfing with you, but I don't want to be alone in the woods with you guys.
Oh, why? Other than the fact that I would complain the whole time.
Yeah, that is why. That is the primary reason why. I'm the
It's
complainer.
always funny, though. I'm just practicing.
What about s'mores though?
Some more what?
Goodness.
No, I would go
I'll
camping.
bring the grams.
Usually I'm the complaining one, or I'm like being like overly excited to keep my girlfriend from having a nervous breakdown. Like that's usually the like, yeah, I know it's 90 degrees out, but it's beautiful out. What is this? Pembine, Wisconsin? That's
Uh-oh.
barely Wisconsin. That's like the UP.
Don't tell everybody where my trout fishing
Yeah, if
holes
you
are.
want to go trout fishing, you got to get up in the 54151.
But
Yeah.
don't have sex there.
Yeah.
If you're a trout, tweet us at Castle Killers. Oh, good save though. You can
Who's gonna reach for it? All right.
There you go.
I just dropped a
Everyone's
phone.
a hero.
I just dropped a phone.
It's the hero you needed, but not the one he deserved right now.
Trout fishing, huh?
Yeah.
That's what you're up against here, trout fishing.
I love to go trout fishing. I haven't gone yet this year though,
Yeah.
but I usually try to go at least a couple times a year.
Yeah, you work like 6 days a week.
Yeah.
How are you gonna go trout fishing?
Save up that paid time off for
One day of
day in
trout
the
fishing.
woods.
Three
One
days
day.
off.
Yeah.
Seems worth it.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a big fisherman. I went to Alaska when I was a kid to go fishing. There's a huge fishtail in my house because I caught an 85-pound fish in everyone's face.
Wow.
I'm the best fisherman you know.
85 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Putting a hook into your sister doesn't count.
Heyo. A hook or a hook nose? What do you? Wait. Okay. Do you go
You
fishing?
can have a sister?
No,
Oh, okay.
it's not as fun, is it? But you both do.
Putting a hook into Lael's mouth, guys. Gross.
Oh, he's much heavier than
Yeah,
me.
it's 185 pounds.
Like
Rob.
one of his thighs is 85 pounds at this point. Did we hear from Steve Breeze yet? Steve, where are you?
Yeah, come on.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Apparently he goes to Madison, now he's too cool for the
Yeah,
radio
fans
show.
of the Steve show are going to be very disappointed tonight. That's usually our go-to, you know. But luckily we have Tim Higgins. We've got the folks from the Co-op Bakery. Kelly is here, so we'll bring them on in a little bit. But first, let's talk about this neighborhood cat that keeps dropping mice at my door.
All right.
Sacrifice.
Yeah, well, that's
That's a
what
tribute.
I thought. I thought it was a tribute at first, but Nick Ledesma was like, "No, it thinks that you're a bad hunter. That's the behavioral thing that cats do if they
What an
think you."
incredibly cynical Nicola Desma thing
Yeah, I
to say.
was like, okay, or it likes me, or it likes me.
Right, it's their gifts.
Like he's
It wants
like
to impress you.
Nick's whole policy on it was that like, no, this cat thinks you're a loser.
That's what
and-
Nick does. He
Maybe
takes
it-
mice to people he's disappointed in.
Yeah.
It like worships you and is like giving you sacrifices. or
Yeah, I
something.
should say that Nick has been dropping off a ton of mice at my house.
So he's jealous, yeah. Don't
was
hate
so-
the player, hate the game, Nick.
Yeah, that's right, Nick. It's so weird, like walking out of my door and now being like concerned that I'm gonna crunch down on a mouse that's dead, right?
Well, at least it's not alive.
I like to at least think if I crunch down on a dead mouse that it's a tribute, that it's a gift.
It's
like-
like the long con. This cat's just trying to freak you out. It's videotaping you while you react to the mouse.
I'm more thinking.
Did you just catch a fly in your hand, Miyagi?
Yeah, and I threw it on the ground, and apparently it reawoke. Yeah, see, not hard. I like to think that like the cat is really into the movie The Craft, and it just thinks that those are like
Who isn't into the movie The
gifts
Craft?
from Mano.
That was lays the feather stiff as a board. That was like, remember, that was like in the same league as Hackers, and like it had
Oh,
absolutely
don't!
no.
That's not fair.
Yeah,
No,
It is a
it had
much better
absolutely
movie than
no
Hackers.
idea what about the culture it was trying to portray, but it was still putting it together like it was like a 6-year-old's version of what they were trying to portray.
Of what
like
witchcraft is.
Yeah.
Or, it was just
It was the
about
hackers of
girls being
witchcraft
mean to
movies.
each other. That's what I think that movie was. Like
was
girls being mean to each
It was
other.
like the girls in high school
was
that are
Mean
like
Girls, but
Wiccan 'cause
gothy.
it's-
It was very 90s too, like a lot of Liz Fair like going on in the background. I guess it's like redundant to call it 90s because Farousha Bulk was in it, you know.
Who was
She hasn't
strangely
worked
attractive,
since
even
then.
though she looked like a.
No, you're telling me you thought Farousha Bulk was attractive?
Yes,
I'd rather kiss one of those trout.
I like weird looking women.
Wait, Farousha Bulk from The Craft or Farousha Bulk
From the Waterboy.
from Return to Oz?
Return to Oz.
I've never seen Return to Oz.
You've never seen the sequel to Wizard of Oz?
No.
Return to Oz?
Sorry.
Oh my gosh. That we should watch that.
Okay.
Should we? It is terrible, first of all. Let me just put that out there. In a great kind of way. Farousha Bulk plays like a little girl, which was the joke I was making. But she goes back to Oz like many years later, but I guess maybe she was related to Dorothy or whatever. I don't know what it was, but like everything's horrible now. Like that was the thing. Like once she
Oz
left,
has
it was,
turned to Detroit.
yeah, it was like what the Wiz should have been. But it was like Oz was in recession, and she goes back and there's the witch is like way more horrible, like collects heads or something like that. It's awesome. You should see this. Maybe
I'm
they have it
excited.
here. We're gonna check it out. We should find out if they have it here. We'll ask Zav to see if he has. Or I'm gonna ask Zav if he has Return to Oz, which is a weird thing to say, right?
Return to
I'm gonna
Zov,
ask.
right?
Return
I'm
to
gonna
Zov.
ask Oz if he has returned to Zov.
Hey Zov, you got any extra cables? How dare no one?
Oh man, I could go on and on. The Wheelers? You guys don't remember the Wheelers from Return to Oz? Oh my god, I can't wait for somebody tweet in who's seen Return to Oz and tell us how
movie,
great or awful it is.
We saw the Hunger Games. You know what we should see next? Men in Black. How about
Men
that?
in Black 3.
Yes,
Yeah, I'm down
how
for
about that?
that.
I want to
do
see
that.
the new Aliens movie, Prometheus.
We need to sit down and watch all of the Aliens movies in sequential order.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, that sounds like my friend at work was doing that in preparation for Prometheus, and it was just awful because every day he would come up to me and be like, "Yeah, I watched Aliens 2 last night," and I'd be like, "I don't need to talk about
That's when you
this."
go, it's not Aliens 2, it's Aliens.
Yes,
Duh.
that's right. It's Aliens, Alien Resurrection.
Alien 3, then Alien Resurrection.
Oh, okay, all right.
Which
and
was
then,
terrible.
And then Cocoon.
Right.
They just went into a whole different movie, right? I think that's what happened.
And then Men in Black.
And then Men in Black 1 and 2. I kind of expected Men in Black to turn into, like American Pie band camp. Like they would have like Men in Black movies for like even littler kids, and then like the franchise would come back
Well, they
later.
had a dumb cartoon that was on for a while.
Really?
Yeah.
Never saw it.
It was pretty terrible. Needless to say, they didn't have Will Smith voicing anybody.
that whole movie is like 100% cameos, but people just love it still. Like it's fine.
That's
right?
a great movie. The first one's just really funny.
Yeah, the first one was awesome.
The second one's ridiculous.
Okay, it's okay. I don't know.
Laura Flynn Boyle scares me.
Yeah.
I feel like she's gonna come through the screen like the girl in the ring all the time.
Have you seen Happiness?
Oh God, Todd Solondz is like the most twisted filmmaker alive. That movie. What's that guy's name? That character actor who plays the.
I don't know his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That movie. The best part of that movie is John Lovitz at the beginning, like just tearing apart the Joy is her name
Yeah.
unnecessarily. Like, when the main character whose name is Joy is getting torn apart by John Lovitz of all people at the beginning. This is going to be a depressing ride. It's a good
friend of the
movie,
show,
though.
John Lovitz.
Yeah.
We should say.
He's a friend of anything that mentions his name.
Anything comedy. That guy's a runner of one of the most sought after clubs that people want to play in California.
Really?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
John Lovitz Theater. People love that place.
Huh.
Look it up. Maybe you don't want to throw him under the bus so soon.
Well, I didn't throw him under the bus. He didn't fit.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
Very
okay.
well. Very well. Well, we talked about neighborhood cats eating mice. So, what do you say we play a quick song and then we'll bring on Kelly?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure Tim Higgins' mustache is en route.
Can you sense it?
I can feel it. I can feel his silly
get-
mustache.
You could have to extra wax it.
Yeah, there's extra wax tonight. What if he comes in and just pointed down?
Oh, my
Would you feel like
goodness.
he was sad? I would think so. All right. Well, the good thing is tonight we have a ton of music that was donated by NATO Cole. So we got songs to coming out our ears. I'm gonna play loud because we didn't really play the entire song, and it seems like a really cool hip tune for the summer.
Yeah.
This is NATO Coles and the Blue Diamond Band with Play Loud.
Summertime.
Ever since I was just a little boy in short pants, when I hear that rock and roll, I gotta jump up and dance. And there was always some time and again. I had it all up and I wonder, was it worth it in the end? I saw evil mothers stand grinning and uncowed, but they better not cross me now. No, because I'm gonna play my favorite song. I'm gonna play it all night long. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. Nothing's gonna drag me down, 'cause I'm playing all night. Yeah, I'm playing all night. Yeah, I'm playing all night, and I play it loud. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Southside graduation night, looking for something to do. Me and Frank got this older guy to buy us a bottle of booze. Hot word, a sweet little coupe, gun it for the county line. Smash that bottle on the roadside. They heard that siren whine, and I'm running from the law. 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 Running, running, running. Clean up in aisle 2. Oh man, it made me sick. Got into the magic game, selling them bags of tricks. My wallet's fat, my name is out. I'm talking Mr. VIP. And one night my connection didn't show, and I heard him shout, "Freeze, police!" And I'm running from the law. Running from the law. Running from the law. Running from the law. Hey, running from the law. Running from the law. Running from the law.
We're back.
Are we back?
Go ahead and talk into the mic. Welcome back to the Killer Radio Show. You're listening to RiverWestRadio.com. That was NATO Calls that you're still hearing in the background right now. Thank you very much to NATO for donating some songs. Go check him out on NATO Calls Bandcamp. You can find it on Google. Again, tweet us at Cast of Killers, hashtag Killer Radio. I'm Ryan Mason,
I'm Jason Hillman.
I'm Eric Thorson.
and we are delighted to be joined right now by Kelly Todd. Say hi, Kelly.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
Oh my God, it's our pleasure. Kelly's joining us because she's with the River West Bakery Co-op. Did I do that right or did I screw that up?
Nope, that's
As I was very concerned that I was going to do that wrong. And if you don't know what the Bakery Co-op is, you're probably a lot like me. So tell us a little bit about what the Bakery Co-op is and what your guys' mission is.
Sure. Well, we're a group of people that came together in the end of January.
Good, you want to have people. That's a good thing.
Yeah, we've got about 10 of us so far as the core group. Basically, just because there's not a bakery in our neighborhood, and everybody always talks about wanting one. So,
Yeah, right on.
you know, it's a good shared way to do it together rather than having like one person try and have this huge burden by themselves. So.
Yeah, it's a lot of bread to bake.
What was the process between inception and creation?
Well, it's not technically created yet. Like, we're very much in the planning stages of it. Like, right now we're working on our business plan, but really focusing on fundraising, doing like social media projects, just kind of getting the idea out there for more people to participate.
Social media, you want to drop your Twitter? Do you have a Twitter?
We do have a Twitter. I'm not sure which letters are. I think it's like capital RW Bakery Co-op, and I think the C and the O are capitalized, but I'm not sure. And we just have a basic Facebook account too.
So where do people go to find you? It's like, I know you have a website
Yeah,
too.
the best way to find us is just riverwestbakery.wordpress.com.
Okay.
And that has links to all of our stuff. And if you want to get involved on any of the committees or just come to the general meetings, that's the best place to look.
Cool.
What about like tasting? How do we get on that?
Well, you should have been at our event on Saturday. We had a big event at the Public House on Saturday afternoon that was just a taste test where we had the entire room was filled with all different kinds of bakery. You paid $3 to $5 for a donation, and you can come and try everything and fill out a survey and tell us what you liked and what you didn't like. So
I heard it was great. We had somebody talking to us about it outside, which is, they
Really?
said it was awesome. Yeah, our friend Adam Kleiner
Oh,
from
cool.
the Tough Bananas.
Thanks,
That
Adam.
was his band. He said that they were great, or that he had a great time. So that's cool.
yeah, it will help us plan our menu for the farmers market this summer.
Right now, all we need is a candlestick maker and
A butcher.
a butcher, which is good. You know, we have Tim Higgins coming in later, who looks like a candlestick maker in some ways.
It actually looks like the butcher from Gangs of New
Yeah,
York.
a little bit like he's triple threat. Yeah, I can say, like, having lived in River West for a little while, you know, a bakery would be really nice because you're always going like somewhere to get one thing, then you gotta go another place, and you know, we might as well have one place where we can support, you know, a local business that people have all worked hard to create.
Yeah,
So-
well, we're certainly hoping that that's the case.
There's an MMA fight happening in the street.
Oh, they're pals.
Okay.
They're pals. So you're so concerned. You guys are so heartfelt. It's River West. Oh, now they're coming in here. Oh no, now he's gonna run the back.
Oh no.
Yeah, we have a hat stealing going on.
Oh boy.
Never a dull moment in River West. How will the Co-op Bakery prepare for the no holds barred silliness that is River West?
Well, I think we'll be pretty good at throwing pies. So
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
we'll.
As long as that's part of one of the fundraising events, I am more than willing to show up.
I don't think we're prepared for it this Locust Street, but maybe next Locust Street we can do like pie eating competitions.
The
or something.
baguette
fantastic.
eating competition. Just as much baguette as you can cram in your throat. Well, we were talking about bagels earlier, so we really
We were talking
stuck
about
to a theme.
bagels earlier.
Bagels. Do you say bagel or bagel?
Bagel.
Oh,
Because that's how
She speaks the language. Yeah.
whatever.
Okay.
So what would your
I'm a golfer, I
expertise
say
be, Kelly?
bagel.
You're part of the co-op. Are you somebody? Do you bake? I
No,
guess is the
actually,
question.
I'm not a baker. My
Get out.
it's true.
No, leave.
My experience is more on the business end and the community organizing. I
Sure.
used to own a feminist bookstore with 3 other people down in Bayview.
Broad vocabulary.
That's it. Yeah, that's
Oh.
right. So I have the process of.
her bio.
So I have that kind of business startup experience, but also I've done a lot of event planning and community organizing in the city. So.
Cool. Yeah, broad vocabulary is very active around the city. I used to work for a women's center
Oh, okay.
in a different life.
Yeah.
Now I'm a comic, so similarities there. Just people pleasing. Really.
Well, we all have women's studies majors and are
That's
doing
right.
something different.
You know it. Preach, girl.
But
Yeah. Anyways,
Somewhere
I think it's
Susan
really
Faludi
exciting.
is smiling.
Jason, what would you like if there was a co-op bakery that was fully formed? What would you be most excited about, like going in there for?
Oh my.
Don't say bagel just because you're a Jew.
Bacon. No.
Bacon. He's reformed.
I like cakes.
Cakes.
Straight up cakes. Yeah.
Or pies. I like pies.
Yeah. What are you guys gonna be having there? I mean, like,
muffins.
What do you envision?
Well, I think it's going to be
Cupcakes.
a blend of kind of your staple items like breads or tortillas or bagels or, the
Homemade
the-
tortillas,
bagels.
yeah.
the day-to-day things, but then we'll also have a lot of the specialty items as well.
Far out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many
Croissants.
talented people in River West. Not just the people in this room, but I mean,
Mostly.
everywhere you go, somebody has. Everyone has a hustle. Everybody has something that they do outside of their regular
Like
job.
selling water on the side of the street, yeah.
Even if it's that person's good at it.
Yeah.
Like they know how to do that. And like there's no shortage of people that know how to do something that they can actually monetize and bring to the community and support, everybody.
This radio show, for instance.
Yes, this radio show, for instance. And you guys are getting some support from other local businesses and one co-op in general. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. Well, I guess we're working with a lot of the other cooperatives in the neighborhood. The River West Co-op and cafe, like the grocery store and cafe, but also the public house. One of the main components of the public house is to use its profits to support other cooperative initiatives. And so in doing this sort of umbrella group that all of these cooperatives can work together and help each other fund their projects, form new things in the neighborhood, and I guess just generally be supportive of one another. So they've
Yeah.
been really awesome.
So, like, if I go drink a beer at the public house, that beer will turn into a muffin later. is what you're
That's right.
saying.
Yeah.
It's exactly how that
Yeah.
works.
More or less. Yes.
That's great.
So go get blackout drunk at the public house, so her
Yeah,
bakery can take
Dream
off.
of cakes. Drink a bunch of cake vodka at the
Yeah.
public house. Is what we're saying.
Get
Yeah.
really drunk and then have a scone when you're hungover.
Yeah, that's kind of the dream. I think that I'm excited though. I think seeing new and the co-ops here are very vibrant. They're not going anywhere.
Right.
When the co-ops open here, they seem to have an immediate following because everybody kind of recognizes that River West does that right.
Yeah,
and they
I
do it
think
well.
The grocery store just had its 10th year anniversary, and then the public house just had their 1 year anniversary. So there's just a lot of really positive
Yeah.
examples in the neighborhood and people that we're working really
The
closely with.
public house has been through a number of transformations. It's like it finally
Yeah.
settled on a thing that actually works. It used to be
Yeah.
like Say Leases, and then before that it was the River West
Yeah.
Commons, which was
That
weird.
was a place.
The Commons was there for a while.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I used to go to the Commons and
Yeah.
go and hang out.
One of the first times I ever did comedy was at the Commons. It was like my
Really?
third time up. Yeah, it used to be an open mic there, and then all of a sudden, I saw the owner outside with what turned out to be the new owner, and I went back, and then it was shut down. And me and Andy Bolton talked about cows. That was a
That sounds like a great time,
yeah.
Jason.
There's a
Sounds
lot
like
missing in
great
there. This
time.
isn't about me.
So, was River West always a part of your guys' plan, or was this something? Was this organic from River West?
Yeah, I mean, it's basically because there's a need for it in the neighborhood, and that we've been hearing people talking about it for so long. So it was more just to fill the gap.
Okay,
So-
yeah. I also think that this neighborhood will support you, like no matter what you want to do. So you picked the right one. Even if there's a need here, there's energy in this neighborhood.
Yeah,
so.
for sure. I mean, everybody always wants to get involved in their community and in their projects here. So we're really happy to be working in River West and Harambe.
So is there a specific need you guys are trying to fill with people's involvement? Like, you guys really need an accountant, or like what are you guys needing right now that you could use some support on?
Well, right now,
Flour, I would imagine.
yeah.
We're all out of yeast.
Right now, I think that our main goal is to be doing fundraising. So
Sure.
that, you could get involved by planning a fundraiser. If you are rich, you could donate money. If you know people that you,
Hint, hint.
yeah. There's a donate button on our website.
Ew. That's a good idea.
No, I mean, like there's
Why
a
don't
lot.
we do that?
There's a lot of different ways to get involved. Whether I think the best way is just to start coming to our general meetings, and those happen at 1 o'clock at the public house every other Sunday.
Perfect.
This one is happening this weekend.
So you can hit the farmers market at 11, and then you can go to the public house, have yourself a Bloody Mary, if you
You can
will.
get there $4 up until 4 o'clock on weekends, which
Perfect.
is quite a deal.
She's savvy. Will you work for us? We'll pay you, not in baguettes. We promise.
In Bloody Mary?
Yes, we'll pay you in Bloody Marys.
Great.
Bloody Marys and terrible jokes.
Yeah.
That's what we're about.
Period. Well, I think that's awesome. What questions do you guys have?
Well, do you find you said you weren't a baker? You're just you're more of the organizer. But do you find yourself getting involved in the baking? Are you learning things? Are you?
I've done a little bit of the baking, but just kind of the easier stuff, like cookies. You know, things that you can't really.
Whoa.
Like you don't have to have gone to school to be like. I mean, making bread is actually quite an intricate process, and
Yeah,
you should be like really trained on doing very nice things. And like for me, I can do the basics of it.
Right on. You're still participating, and that's what matters.
Yeah. But I mean, anybody can get involved no matter what your skills are.
Yeah.
You know.
I want to learn how to make bread.
Yeah,
I'm into it.
What do you want to? I would want to learn how to make.
I want focaccia.
No, I don't know. See, I can't do like the like very busy bread. I want to learn how to make white bread. That's what I want.
One of the parts of our mission is not just to be a retail space eventually, but also to have a kitchen that we can have educational classes into.
Yes.
So that we can involve have adult workshops of just teaching how to do like one particular item, or also get like the Boys and Girls Club or the Holton Youth and Family Services Center, and just all the people in the neighborhood to learn how to make their own food, know where their food comes from, and really be a part of the whole process. So.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so interesting to have individuals come in and talk about the things that they're passionate about. We had somebody come in from one of the vintage clothes stores, so passionate about that, and you guys, it's really energizing for us, in the entertainment type of field, because oftentimes it can be really competitive, but we as a comedy collective, we're not a co-op, because this damn thing's a business, and Damon Millard will not let us say otherwise. But we are a collective, and we support each other as comics as much as we can stand each other. So it's really it's nice to see that other people can do that more effortlessly than we can.
Not just selling the product, but helping others attain the skills
Absolutely.
to be proficient in the product. Yeah.
Absolutely. Did we have any questions that came in for Kelly or for the River West Co-op Bakery? Anything coming in for Tim Higgins? Tim Higgins is skulking about the video store, hands in pockets, ready to come
What's
on.
catching your eye, Tim?
Yeah.
The Return of Captain Invincible.
You said
Oh, man.
Home Alone 2? You didn't see that one, huh?
Saw that earlier today.
Okay. All right.
I own that.
Yeah. We got a tweet from Deborah Mason, and she
My
says Ryan needs to learn how to say bagel correctly.
Ah.
You didn't learn me, Ma. You didn't learn me.
Yeah, that seems to be your fault, Deborah.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
I'm just kidding. I love you. Don't ground me.
Well, before we move on to our next guest, let's give a little time for you to plug anything you got coming up and hit your websites and you guys have a Twitter, right?
Yeah, the best way to find us is just on our website. It's just riverwestbakery.wordpress.com, and that has links to both our Facebook and our Twitter. It also has links to our email, so you can find if you're interested in doing a particular task, like events or like baking, or if you want to help write a business plan. We have email addresses for all of those people. And our next big event is actually Locust Street Days. So
Yeah.
that's June 10th. We're going to be
Oh, wow, yeah.
sharing a table with the River West Co-op and Cafe. We'll be doing a dessert component to whatever they're selling, and then we're going to be at the Gardner's Farmers Market every Sunday over the summer.
So when you go to Locust Street Days and you sample the free pickled herring at Ma Bench and you need to get that out of your mouth as quickly as possible, run down the street and demand cake. And when you see one of the delightful people from the bakery co-op, just grab them and shake them until you get cake. Well, that's cool.
Don't breathe on them, though, after you
Do
eat
not
them.
breathe
Yeah,
on them
please
after
don't.
pickled herring.
Yeah.
Do you guys eat pickled herring?
I don't know.
Love it.
Love it too. I eat it. Do you eat pickled herring?
I'm vegan.
You're vegan? Oh. You can eat around it. Just drink the juice.
I think I'll pass. Thanks.
All right. Fair enough.
Okay,
Fair
well, thanks
enough.
so much for having me, guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank
Big
you.
thank you to Kelly Todd. And check out the Co-op Bakery, the Bakery Co-op. Go to the public house and send us any tweets if you need any more information. We'll direct you to the right spots. Thank you so much, Kelly Todd.
Woo! Thank
See
you.
guys later.
Bye.
What do you say here, guys? Do we just bring Mr. Higgins in right
Let's
away?
do it.
Yeah, he looks like he's ready to go.
Bye.
Bye,
Nice
Kelly.
to meet
Thank
you.
you so much.
Have a good night.
You too.
Joining us right now on the Killer Radio Show, we have Mr. Tim Higgins.
Tim the
Hi.
Butcher Higgins.
Hey,
How's everybody doing?
We got a nice high angle on you right now from the camera here.
You
So
can still see his mustache.
Nice.
there he is.
And
Look
the
great
bald.
here.
Nice. That's good.
If you have any questions for Tim, he is a local comic.
Yes, I am.
He is also a improv actor. Is it? Do you
Yes.
call it an actor? What do you call it?
Improviser, improv actor, if you like. I don't.
Improvisationist. He's an
Yes.
improvisationist. And very funny guy all around. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's nice to
Eat a
be here.
cookie.
Okay.
No, eat it right now.
I will. I will.
On mic.
I will.
If you have any,
How do they stay so moist?
if you got any questions, tweet at Cast of Killers, hashtag Killer Radio. We'll read them. If you want to
Foreplay.
give us a call and have Tim Higgins talk to you on the air,
We rub them right. Just rub the cookie right, and it'll
they're
stay moist for
soaked
you.
in hair. I don't know how that would work.
And good night.
Oh, maybe the phone's not working. It must not be working.
Who's tried to
Oh,
call?
the ringer's off. The ringer is off on the
Thanks
phone.
for having me here, guys.
No problem. We'll get to you in a minute.
Let's find out what the
ringer's
hell's
off.
up with this ringer.
What do you think about the ringer being off, Tim?
Love it.
You excited about this co-op bakery?
Oh my goodness. I am.
You're
If-
a River Wester, right?
Yes, I am. Yep.
Where do you live?
Yep. Wheel, right south of Keefe.
Ah.
Oh yeah.
Keep 'em Wheel. Yes.
Sweet spot of River West, as I know it.
Oh, if you love screaming kids during the day, bring it.
So, how long have you been doing comedy? We'll just start off with softball. Lob it right up there.
20 years.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
WTF.
I started my sophomore year of high school working at Comedy Sports.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you, correct me if I'm wrong, but you were just plowing through the trim.
Of course. Any kid with an abnormally larger head and
into
no, yeah.
How did they
and
stay
no,
so moist?
Yeah. I couldn't beat them away. It's horrible.
So you from
Yeah.
here?
Yeah, Oak Creek, if you want to be
okay.
specific.
By
so-
trim, he meant mustache, by the way.
see.
Yeah. You don't trim this thing. You only pluck it.
You manage it. It's a managed thing. So, I'm checking the levels. Checking the levels.
Am I? Is it hot?
Yeah, it's hot in here.
I'll be back. No, here. I'll take off my clothes.
Yeah, please. Well, you often
Speaking of
talk
comedy.
about taking your clothes off
No, yeah.
on a
It's great.
regular basis.
You know what? You got to be comfortable with your body, and not be humiliated with any so-called shortcomings.
Sure.
Yeah.
You're
so
saying you have small legs.
yeah, yeah. They grow though. They grow.
They're growers.
Yeah, it's a grower.
And
It's
a shower.
Yeah.
And a shower.
It'll end up showing, but I don't mind when it doesn't show.
Sure.
Because that makes it easier to get naked in front of people.
Right.
Yeah. Once you're like, you know what? I don't care if anybody's like, that's so small. I'm not going home with him. Once you're past that, pull it out.
That is some words of advice from Mr. Tim Higgins.
Thank you.
Screw the art of seduction. I'm just listening to Tim Higgins.
Tim Higgins.
Rubbing cookies and pulling it out.
When you're past the point of caring whether girls think you're endowed, pull it out. When in doubt, pull it out.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? You saying bagel actually reminded me. I dated this girl for a little while.
Cindy Bagel.
Cindy Bagel. But actually, I would say bag. And she wasn't originally from Milwaukee.
Okay.
So every time I would say bag, she would crack up. She's like, say it again. Bag. It's not how you say it. How do you say it? Bag. What? You say a bag. And so she would, every time I would say bag around her, she'd just lose it. Sometimes just giggle and sometimes like, you're an idiot. And so once that happened too much, I'm like, out.
And
opened
they
up the
haven't
door.
found the body since.
Yeah. She sounds like a delight.
Oh yeah. She's out west now.
Good.
Where the delight go.
Now they all pronounce it bug, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Jerks.
Bag. But yeah, it's like, do you say
pronounce it,
bag
it's
or do
over.
you say bagel, bagel? Bagel does sound funny though.
That's how I say it.
Do you call dogs bagels?
Beagles.
I know.
I call them puggles.
Oh, okay.
Actually.
Gaggle seems like, you know, like a gaggle of bags. That's what I'm gaggle.
We need gaggle of bags. A gaggle of bags. Gaggle gag.
So
the
tell
way
us-
it works.
I'm interested in hearing about your improv, because like improv was something that I tried doing when I was younger. I realized that I didn't have the patience to allow other people to be funny near me
The
while I was
patience
somewhere.
or the talent.
Yeah, or the talent, or the ability to be nice enough to like give up spotlight for a moment.
Share.
Yeah.
Share.
How do you deal with like being a stand-up and then also having the ability to share and be a part of something that's, you know, bigger?
Well, I've done stand-up on and off for the past maybe 10, 12 years. And I find it easier with improv because you do have other people with you. So if you end up sucking, or you're just like, how the heck am I going to get out of this? You have somebody, hopefully, that you trust off to the side being like, I know where we could take this, and then, like, get you off the stage.
Yeah.
When with stand-up, it's like, hey, you got, like, what? The first time I ever done stand-up, I got 3 minutes. And maybe a minute and a half of that was me going, and then there's nobody there.
That's
to
majority of
help
my
you out.
act, actually. Is a,
Oh, I love it though. Like, stop stealing from me.
yeah. Well,
Yeah. But with improv, you learn the teamwork aspect of it, and you know what? There's good improvisers, there's bad improvisers, and stuff like that. There's people that'll just steamroll over a scene or whatever.
Yeah.
And you'll be like, "What the heck's going on?"
do you feel like improv gets a bad rap amongst comics? Because I hear things.
Yeah.
I love
Enjoy
it. Improv is amazing.
What do you hear?
I've just heard comics be like, "No, improv sucks." Like,
Yeah.
You know.
Well,
And
Those
like,
are people that are afraid to grow.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Like you'll,
it's you have to like be fearless. Actually, with stand up, you can be fearless, but once you forget your set, fearless or not, you're boned. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
With improv, if you're fearless, if you just go,
that's an inside term there too. If you're not a comic, boned.
That's not something you do as a comic. So just
No, not often, not often. But I'm a married man now, so we are legally contracted.
To bone.
Yeah, at least once a month.
Congratulations.
I keep it to the comedy minimum. So,
and you have
funny
to be
bone.
crying.
yeah.
Yeah.
Please end it with tears.
No, but
My
definitely
tears.
you have to be fearless. Like obviously.
Yeah. And if you can just sell the fact that you have no idea what you're doing, if they're like, use a French accent, and you don't know how to use a French accent, if you just butcher it, but just go all out while you butcher it, people will be like, oh, that sucks. No, it's funny how much it sucks.
That is true.
So, yeah.
You can't really do that as a stand-up. And you know what? I guess you can pretty much do anything you want. There is people out there. It sucks so bad it's good. Like the Neil Hamburger, like that idea, but that's a crafted, pointed thing. Like he doesn't go up there being like, well, I'm really gonna nail it tonight.
Right.
And then does that act, you know. But I don't know. I've been in situations where I know that I'm sucking, and it turns into a little bit of a laugh because I can acknowledge it. In
Yeah.
fact, that's Eric's entire existence.
Yeah, that's my thing. I just go up there and bomb, and it's hilarious. It's like,
You're not going to like this next set. Eric Thorson, woo!
Little do you know,
We're
I'm
not
sucking on
clapping.
purpose. I'm doing anti-comedy.
Oh, anti-comedy.
No.
Have you seen these like anti-jokes out there?
What?
They actually practice a set of mediocrity, like the worst possible thing. They go up there and they bomb on purpose. Like they have the worst, hackiest. Yeah.
No, like
Oh, I
there's a
wanna-
whole list out there of anti-jokes, like on the online where they're like not supposed to be jokes, but they're funny anyways. Like, what did the kid with no arms and legs get for Christmas?
What?
Cancer. Like,
Why is that funny?
right? Like that's the deal. You seen it? You haven't seen it?
Because it just gets worse.
That's like that's
worse.
like saying I can't come up with a decent punchline, so I'll just say something horrific, and
Right.
everyone will laugh because they're terrible human beings.
But you know what? It made me laugh.
Yeah, right. I just cracked up because you just said cancer,
Exactly.
and for some reason that's
You know, speaking of cancer. No, it's my joke transition right there.
that's anti-transition.
Tim, you tell a lot of stories in your set, and my girlfriend specifically talked about you. That one of the first shows we did together was Sugar Maple.
Yep.
Yes.
And she
I
said
remember
she
that show.
really enjoyed hearing you go on stage and do a joke, and you went on before me. She's like, "Oh, thank God that guy went on." But no, did you go on after me? I feel like you went on before.
after.
Yeah.
Before? After?
Look,
It was
I
such
think it
a
was
long time
you-
ago.
Okay, I
It
headlined,
was
then you
Tony Tudor.
co-headlined during.
Tony Tudor, you, and then me.
I hosted that one, right?
Right.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
hosted that
And Tony Tudor had everybody
Right?
No. Some of the dude
bouncing
David
off
Simon?
the walls. Yeah.
That was the one that I was.
Yeah.
one. Okay.
Yeah.
But I just remember her saying, like, thank God that guy came in because Tony Tudor telling all these fast jokes. And then you came on and you were like, I'm going to tell you a story. And you were able to get the audience to
Oh yeah, you
to
did the
follow
airplane
you.
security or the airplane joke. Yeah.
The guy on the airplane that was
I think
drunk.
I find that amazing because sometimes when I hear another comic go on and they're killing it in there, I just like get like, okay, well, gotta do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But you command an audience with even with a story that has really high notes, but it also has points where people have to listen. So how do you get people to listen? I guess.
Well, first off, don't start off with a joke. I've had.
Don't start off funny.
No, see, I try.
Introduce
try.
yourself.
But I've
Hand out
seen-
your business
it
card to
seems
everyone in
Like
the
a lot
room.
of times,
Read a Bible quote.
I sit there and I'll be doing my set, and like these people aren't laughing. Just keep on telling the story. Oh my God! Okay, I thought that was funny right there, but just keep on telling the story. And with the improv thing, that actually helps out a lot because I do like 4 to 5 shows a week, and sometimes like you'll go up there, and if you've had hot show after hot show, and everybody's like nonstop laughing,
because you do a Bikram skit comedy, right? That was the yoga joke. It was really went over really well. Bikram yoga's the hot yoga. Either way, keep
Oh
going.
yeah.
Wow.
But it's
Boom.
with
Muncie, Indiana. Hello.
with the group that I'm with, the Midnight Show. We do more of a long form improv set, other than with my other improv group, Comedy Sports, which is scenes that you see in like 4 to 6 minutes. With the longer form, we want to take it to being like a 12 to 15 minute long scene. So, like, to have hit after hit or laugh after laugh, that gets a person to be like, if you don't have laughs and people are just like intently listening, you figure that you're just blowing it. And you're like,
But that's
"Oh."
good though, right?
Yeah, it is good, but it's hard to realize that. I still don't realize that at times where I'm telling a story, I'm getting no reactions whatsoever. People aren't even smiling. They're just like, and then it's either, and then afterwards, I've had so many times where it's just silent throughout the whole show. And then you leave the show, and outside they're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
so funny! You were the best one up there." I'm like, "What? You didn't
Go
do anything." Thank you.
Keep lying to me. I love it.
Yeah, I didn't see you clap or laugh or nothing.
My
but-
favorite laugh is the
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
always good too.
the snooty smug. We're just
Yeah.
like,
I'm impressed.
yeah, I
Do
find
it
that
again.
amusing.
But I guess to bring it back to what the question was, like just dealing with people listening. Hopefully they give a hoot of what you're talking about. And I guess it is better for them to be dead silent instead of being like, yeah, so anyway, give me a beer. Because
Yeah.
that happens to me plenty too.
Well,
and then
and-
you're like, shut up.
Yeah.
I think
And the
that, like,
crowd turns on you.
You're a really good, like, genuine storyteller, and I think that has a lot to do with it too. Like at Karma on Friday, you were there, and
Yes.
yeah, it was like you weren't
Nailed
getting a
it.
ton of laughs, but like everybody was totally intent, just like listening to every word you say. So like, I think that it's really good, and like you still have like punchlines in it, but the flow is really well.
Well,
it's
thank
not
you.
just like punch, 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 like a lot of comics try to be. You know? It's
Yeah.
just flow.
And thankfully, I have just a nutty enough life that it's like, no, this really just happened to me.
Yeah.
This just happened. Really? Oh my god! I just
Do you ever
did
get the
something
feeling that like you like, do I have to keep living a stupid, crazy life to like fuel my comedy?
Well, with a mustache like this, you don't really need
No,
to.
things happen.
I was actually on
The
my way
jokes come
here
to you.
at an intersection, and was like looking, and people were walking across the street, and I didn't pay attention to them. And then all of a sudden, I just look out my passenger window.
Yeah.
And they're all just on the window. They're just like I'm a zoo
apes?
exhibit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, and they point and they like make a mustache thing. And they're like, is that real? Hi, yeah, it's real.
Have you ever thought
We
about
should say though that Tim rode here on a unicycle.
I did.
So,
I have my knives that I juggle on the way
It's
too.
it's a 12-foot unicycle. Ugh. So, anyways,
That shows.
Have you
That
ever
shows
thought
all
about
the time.
dyeing it blonde and trying out for Bernie the Brewer? Have you ever considered that?
Possibly if I knew that it was gonna be coming off, I'd do it. It's like, we need you to shave your mustache for some reason or another. I'd do something crazy
for
with it
murder.
first. Yeah.
Because you murdered a person.
It's like if you really want to kill somebody, you can't have such a
profound.
something that stands out.
Yeah, you can't commit a crime.
Yeah.
No.
Did you get a look at
Not
him?
only-
Yeah, his mustache was huge.
Was it Tim Higgins? Of course. The only man with a mustache. It seems.
No,
Yeah.
everybody in River West is really envious of your mustache, though. Like,
It's catching on. It's catching on. There's plenty of people who couldn't give two hoots about it. and I
West.
thank them. I think. Yeah,
But they
there's
don't
plenty
give.
more.
It's you shouldn't take it personally. They don't care about it. They don't care about anything in River West. True. Except
They
for
care about baking.
baked goods
Yes.
and booze
Yeah.
No.
and bands that are bad bands.
Kelly was really nice. Did you ever get the feeling that like people accomplish way more than you do? Like Kelly seems like one of those
she's
people
nice.
who's like, yeah, I'm really nice to people and I'm accomplishing things. I was like, oh man.
Well, you have a really long job title. You're accomplishing things.
No comment.
Nice.
We're accomplishing something every week right here.
That's right. That's right.
2 hours at a time.
Yeah.
On River West Radio at the Killer Radio Show, 8 to 10 on Tuesdays. Tweet at Cast the Killers, hashtag Killer Radio. You can find us out on Facebook.
My computer wasn't a piece of crap. I'd listen to you more often.
Hey, you can listen on your phone now.
If my phone wasn't a piece of crap. Seriously, I want to get rid of my phone.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
I'm getting a
Let's
new
see your phone.
Yeah,
Break it out.
look at that.
I thought it was gonna be a flip phone, like a razor.
Is that a calculator?
No.
There's a
It's
gal.
a TI, texture syndrome.
Yeah, my phone is.
Hey, mine doesn't have a
Texas
swirly universe.
Well, did you ever check to see? It's like, it's in there.
Oh,
It's probably.
bam! Look at that.
I don't like touchscreen typing.
I
don't
do.
have the
I have the
swipe.
same phone as you,
don't have
like
the
pretty
swipe.
much.
Oh,
so,
yeah?
Yeah.
Doesn't it suck?
Solidarity. Solidarity.
Yes.
Maybe they should have sung about that.
Yeah, we went to Madison, and you would love this as far as just like a wacky scene to be a part of. There was this group of protesters for the Recall Scott Walker movement, and
course, yeah.
and they have a group of. What would you call them? Like freedom singers? Like there must have been like 40 of them.
Yeah, they were like,
Oh, I
it
can
was
already
it's the
smell
white
'em
civil
from
rights
here.
movement.
Yep, and they play at the Capitol every day. Apparently, my mother said, and they've got like they got one guy playing an acoustic bass, which is already hilarious, and not like a stand-up bass, but like an acoustic bass guitar, and then like guitarist, squeeze box person, like a klezmer,
Topless.
like just everybody doing their own thing. But there's like 50 of them, and they're like wanting you to join in. So like,
was like
we
a
were
Glee
3 feet from in
unemployment
the. I wouldn't go clean.
Huh?
Did you say clean on
Glee.
Oh, yes.
It's like if Glee had a GED class.
It was tough. It was tough because you wanted to
18 songs they wrote. 18 songs. There's seriously, and there's something weird about watching white people sing about "We will be free."
Yeah, it was
You
weird.
are free.
You always
You've been
were
free
Yeah.
by virtue of your skin color.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. Like that's what crossed the line. Stop talking about white people.
We should say that Killer Radio Show in no way, shape, or form supports segregation.
Not at all.
I don't think we've said that up to this point. So if anybody tuned out because they
Until
thought
we
we
do.
supported that, just
Yeah.
tune back in. Okay,
Yeah.
we're back.
Unless you're talking about keeping cows away from horses, because I don't think that's natural, and it says so in the Bible.
I saw a horse that was hanging out with a bunch of cows on my way back from Madison.
That's
No
just
way.
he's just aiming for trouble.
yeah.
I hate whores hanging with cows.
What's their problem? Filthy.
Like, you don't get any money from that.
Yeah.
Dang whores.
Who milked who is my question.
So wait,
Yes.
you
What?
and I, we should hash this out. I think you and I both do jokes about raccoons,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And brothers that live with us.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do your
Ryan
how old's
Mason's
your brother?
basically
I do have
ripping
a
off
younger
Tim
brother that
Higgins.
lives with me.
No,
Yeah.
and Ryan used to have a mustache.
And I used to-
Yeah. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
It's like
One
looking
of
in
you,
the mirror.
you guys have to battle to the death now. You saw
Yeah.
that Jet Li movie.
Do we have the
Why does your brother live with you?
Because my mother asked. And he goes to UWM and he used to
Okay.
I think my other siblings are passing him from house to house.
Oh, okay.
Because
That's where I'm
he used
at.
to kick it with my other brother, but he was
From
he
another
lives up
mother.
on- up on like 57th and Greenfield.
Okay.
And my brother that lives with me right now has a third shift library job at UWM. So the buses back and forth from there got a little treacherous.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Do not ever sit in between a mother and her child, even if there are 3 seats in
They're
between.
like
them.
bears. Yeah.
I watched
Oh,
Grizzly
my
Man, yeah.
goodness. Yeah.
You don't do that.
No. You
My
don't.
brother's
So-
living with
and he
me
found that
because
out.
he's trying to get a job and like he didn't
He
have a
has-
job for a while.
He has a job
He
now.
got a job.
Okay.
Shilling bagels.
My my mom said, "Would you mind if my brother lived with you?" And I said, "Why?" And she's like, "Well, actually, he's gonna be going to Japan to study abroad, so he just needs a place to stay for about 4 to 5 months." And that was like 13 or 14 months ago. And
Don't say that.
Yeah.
My girlfriend, if you're listening to this, that's only one person.
No. How much younger is he than you?
He's older than me.
He's older than you?
Yeah.
Oh, now he's gonna say, "When are you guys moving out? When are you moving out?" Wait a minute, I was here first.
Oh man.
Now that I got a job, when am I getting on the lease?
When he starts paying rent.
And raccoons. I went to the Indiana Dunes.
With the raccoons?
With raccoons
In the dunes.
Actually, they have
And that was a
signs
boon.
everywhere. They're like,
Yeah.
do not feed the raccoons.
Right.
And we're like, what's the deal? And then you find out
What's the worst
that
that could
there
happen?
are like 15 raccoons to every person.
Really?
And yeah. Oh, it was ridiculous.
I hate it when that happens.
Yeah. We're sitting there around the fire and like just feel a little tug on your shirt sleeve. You know, and he's just holding out his hands. You gonna eat the rest of that chocolate covered banana? What? You throwing it away?
So raccoons are just like the worst friends ever.
yeah.
It's the fact that they have thumbs. That's to me what makes them funny. Because they've got their little thumbs, which makes them look like people. And then, of course, their faces make them look like bandits. But, like, their little thumbs
Sly Cooper.
are the funniest thing ever. Like, if I would love to just, like, set a Game Boy in a raccoon area and see how long it would actually take them. They're not going to write Shakespeare. They're raccoons. But, like,
But they might beat the Mario Brothers.
Dr. Mario.
They're
I'm
gonna
thinking
beat my
Dr.
high score.
I was thinking Mega Man
Ooh,
4.
Dr.
but,
Mario. Tetris. Let's go old school.
Tetris?
First
Nice.
game.
I feel like they'd be frightened of the music. The Dr. Mario music's pretty cool, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dr. Mario. Let's just talk for a couple of seconds about how great that game is.
Yeah. You want to talk about losing an afternoon? Dr. Mario.
Yeah.
Do you remember it before Game
Got a
Boy Color,
prescription
where it was
for
just like
wasted time.
impossible?
The which one?
Before it was color, before Game Boy Color.
Oh yeah.
So
It was just like, okay, this is off gray. It was oh no, it's gray. It's actual gray. That was like the entire like Dr. Mario sequence for me.
I never had a Nintendo or a Game Boy or anything like that. My parents were like, "You should be happy with your Commodore 64," and
That's what I'm
it.
talking about.
top.
Commodore what? Floppy disk.
I don't know what that is.
Loadboot.com or something like that.
It was like DOS for dummies.
yeah.
That sounds totally horrible.
Play
I'm
some
sorry.
Zork.
guys.
Yeah.
The Commodore 64 version of Super Mario Brothers, even though it did not look as good, it still served its purpose.
Yeah, you masturbated all over it,
Was
right?
Zork the
Goombas.
text-based RPG? Is that what Zork was? The text-based one? Where
Yeah.
you just like,
Yeah.
you would tell it a bunch of commands and it would always say it didn't understand.
It's like you're walking down a trail. There's a house with a mailbox. The flag is up. What do? Open mailbox.
Watch
There's a
Donnie
letter
Darko.
inside. Open up letter. It's a letter to your grandma who died 20 years ago.
It's an
But it's
eviction notice.
post-dated 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
It's a tax refund.
It's your social security check.
And you didn't hear that, so everything that would sound like this, if you read it, was in italics. So in your mind, you know, it's like, oh, this is regular. Oh, creepy voice. And it went in the room. On italics.
There was a couple of games that thought that format was actually going to work, like the typing in thing, which maybe is ahead of its time because it was like actually communicating with the machine.
No, like, what was it, Big?
That's
It's like, use your thermo wand. No,
What are we talking about again?
Yeah, what?
Big. Big? You ever, no?
Big, the
No.
Tom Hanks movie?
Yeah, the Tom Hanks.
Yeah,
I
might
didn't
as
know it was
well.
a game.
No, there's a game in it that he
Oh, I
types
thought
up.
you were talking about a game. Oh, okay.
No,
Never
I'm
mind.
talking about typing games.
Oh, I haven't
Yeah.
seen that in a while.
Come on, guys. Improvise with me, huh?
Yes.
Come on.
And
Yes. And you said you sucked?
you're right. I don't suck. Oh man, I love going to see improv. Like whenever we go to Chicago, we'll go see an improv show. But I
Yeah.
don't even think that's corny to say because when I was a kid, we used to go see one of the first things that my parents ever took me to comedy wise was before I think I'd ever seen like stand up comedy was they took me to see Second City
Okay.
in Chicago, and it was Rachel Dratch and was in the set. Hilarious,
Nice.
like out of control hilarious. And I think it was one of the first times I recognized that like being on stage and being funny was probably for me or like something that I wanted to do or at least try.
Nice.
Do you have an experience like similar to where you saw that you wanted to do it, or was it something else that drew you to wanting to get on stage?
It was my sister's fault. She is 4 years older than me, and so when she was in high school, she was in the high school league for comedy sports, and that's
Okay.
how I got started. So I would go watch her shows. I mean, like, oh, I know I can act like an idiot too, and it's like that got me hooked.
So does she still do it? Does she stick with it? Is she
She
she's-
is now actually the queen of England at the Bristol Renaissance Fair.
really?
Which you might laugh at that, but that's
the
That's
coolest.
a tall order.
That is a tall order.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she got that gig last summer.
That is.
She's the queen of
She's
England?
the queen of England.
That is
Yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah.
Do you go to the Renaissance Fair every year?
I try to make it like at least once, but now that my sister's there, it's like I walk in there and I'm brother to the queen.
You're royalty.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you
it's great.
Do you treat people like you're royalty?
Oh, I bite I'm like, give me that turkey leg. I bite it, I spit it out. in their
Another
face. It's
rack
like,
of mutton for my mates.
Yeah, yeah. I get all decked out.
Does mutton come in racks? I don't know.
It's served on racks.
Sure.
A
Yeah.
rack of mutton.
I'll have 6 racks of mutton.
Ooh,
Six
you're
rack.
a hungry
six
guy.
rack. That's awesome. My
open a
girlfriend
six
is.
rack.
My girlfriend's like, oh, let's go to the let's go to the Renaissance Fair. I have a lot of friends who are like, they go to the Renaissance Fair, they get dressed up, they do the whole thing.
Keep their tennis shoes on though.
Oh yeah. What do you want to
Nice.
be uncomfortable? Dude, what I like to see is like the women who go there and they're dressed up to the nines for the Renaissance Fair, but they're also wearing like 6-inch platform heels.
Yeah.
They're like,
And they tend
not
to have
all
the
the
chainmail
times.
on.
Yeah.
It's like, eee.
But like I think it's
sweaty.
super fun. But I gotta get there before it's like August. You know?
Yes. Oh yes. There's
Because there's
definitely.
not a lot of clothes that breathe for the Renaissance Fair. The Ren Fair. We can say Ren Fair.
We can say Ren Fair. Right? If you're down, you can say Ren Fair.
If anybody out there is down with the Ren
it
Fair, go ahead and tweet at Cast Killers and tell us your Ren Fair experiences. I'd love to hear it.
And then when you go next summer and be like, I know your brother, when the queen's out there.
Then you'll get taken away, put on a stick or
That's
something.
right. That's right. Oh, people would kill for getting in the rack of mutton. Is that the rack?
Yeah, I
Or
think
like
so.
stocks.
I like to get into stocks
Torture rack.
and then just eat
stocks.
mutton. So your sister's the Queen of England.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
you know that there are dudes getting paid to do the mud fights, right?
Oh yeah, and eat it. Oh, the mud show. The mud show is awesome. That's hilarious. Oh, if I would do that. It's like
No, you wouldn't.
What? You wouldn't on a hot day just jump into a big cold pile of mud and get paid for it?
No.
I would. Woohoo! That's what makes us different.
I guess it
We
is.
love raccoons.
I'm sorry, we're talking
have
about
brothers.
Woodstock?
No, Ren Fair.
Oh.
Bonnaroo.
His sister's the grooming. Yeah, Bonnaroo. That is true. Are those guys just holdovers from like Bonnaroo? Like they somehow they walked from like Alpine Valley from like a Dave Matthews show, and they were like one weird acid trip, and they just ended up as one of the mud people. And they just kind of it was like, well, I'm gonna roll with it. So it's better than my last job.
They're spawned from mud.
Yeah.
It's just like oh my god. Oh, we got another person.
What is the story? Like the story of the mud people though? Like why? What are they? Why are they?
You are asking a man who you think goes there every single day. My sister just works there, man.
Improv. What's the backstory?
like
of
if she-
Mud-
Okay.
If she worked at Open Pantry, I'd be like, what is the story of the man who stocks the 5-hour energy? Does he take them?
All
Are
right.
the Powerade really $2 for $2, or are they just saying that? Like,
It's always 2 for
all
2.
for
Always.
Always.
If you think it's a special, wrong. It's always 2 for 2.
Well, I think it's a good time for a quick break, and we'll be right back with Tim Higgins. Again, Nato Cole's nice enough to give us some music, so we're gonna take a real quick break, and we're gonna come back, and Tim's gonna plug anything that he's got coming up.
Word.
He's gonna plug his ears while I cuss him out. But we got a song here from Nato Coles. This is called. What do you guys want to hear? Hold on 1 second. Oh, this is called Coffee Cup.
all right.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
Alright now. I'm walking down the alley where the wires split the sky. I'm going out for coffee 'cause my tank is getting dry. And every step I take, I'm contemplating you and I. And if you're lost, I'll get you found. And if you're lonely, I'll come around. And if you're down, I'll get you up and keep you up. I'm your coffee cup. Every dollar that I get, well, it just burns up in my hand. And every notion that I get, well, I forget my plans. But if I get you, girl, I'll be a good and faithful man. And if you're lost, I'll get you found. And if you're lonely, I'll come around. And if you're down, I'll pick you up and keep you up. I'm your coffee cup. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sometimes I look around, I gotta wonder what I see. Problems of the nation, they can really get to me. But when I get you in my arms, I'm happy and I'm free. And if you're lost, I'll get you found. And if you're lonely, I'll come around. And if you're down, I'll pick you up and keep you up. I'm your coffee cup. 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 I'm your coffee
It's pretty darn good.
When you look so hot like electric fire, moving like a master, like a renaissance star. Oh, I can't help myself. afraid of getting what amount he wasted. Oh yeah. Man, was it just a dream or a sweet memory? Your arms around me, hot kissing me. When I woke up, it was so real. I could still taste that. Yeah, now I know you still ask why.
Skim 1%.
All right, we're back. Killer Radio Show on riverwestradio.com here with Tim Higgins. You're listening to Nato Coles. That song is called An Honorable Man by the Used Kids with Nato Coles. Big thanks to Nato. Big thanks to Kelly coming out. Kelly Todd with the River West Co-op Bakery. Make sure you go and check that out and like all their stuff on Facebook and become a fan of them because, hopefully they're a fan of us now as well. And we're a big fan of Tim Higgins, who was nice enough to join us and eat some cookies.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
Oh, absolutely. Do you have anything coming up?
I do.
And where can people find you? Those are the two things.
Well, you can find me on the Facebook. I have I'm with the Midnight Show, also known as Cock and Toast. It's a long-form, uncensored improv show that we perform every Saturday at midnight, or if you want to get technical, Sunday at 12 in the morning.
Sure.
But that
Morning show.
Yeah, it's a morning show. It's $5. It's every Saturday, 420 South First Street. I'm always doing that.
Sweet.
Also, June 1st and 2nd, I'll be performing in Combat Theater, which is a Bunny Gumbo presentation. It's what happens with that is 8 writers get together Thursday night. They get 2 ideas. They write a short, 5 maybe to 8 minute long 1-act play. Then the next morning, the actors and directors all get together, randomly chosen out of a hat. You get the scripts right then. You have 7.5 hours to rehearse, block out, and hopefully memorize your script, and then perform it that night.
Wow. Where's that at?
It's called WEAC or something like that.
Okay.
It's 3rd and Walnut.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and that's Friday and Saturday night. You can find that on bunnygumbo.com.
Ooh,
and
far
it's
out.
spelled how it sounds.
So where do people find you?
They find me, like I said, Facebook.
Yeah, it's big.
Yeah, or the Midnight Show.Milwaukee. The Midnight Show on Facebook.
Yeah,
We
and if
try to
anybody is trying to get a hold of Tim Higgins or trying to find anything, go ahead and send us something on Facebook to Killer Radio, and we'll get you in touch with Tim.
Yeah,
he's a
please do.
regular. We've got one last tweet before we sign off here. I think this is a pretty important one too.
Yeah. Jennifer Higgins, she's tweeted in.
Uh-oh.
She says, "This is the Queen of England." And I just want to say she's enjoying the interview and to call your mother.
Oh, no.
We are officially backed by the Queen of England.
Heck yeah.
Call your mother though.
Yeah, I will.
Would you?
I will.
Would
She's
you?
probably upset when I talked about my brother. I
that
love
makes two
having
of
him
us.
at the house. I just have to be careful.
Do we have time for a couple quick plugs here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. This Friday, at the Sherman Perk Coffee House, come to the Sherman Perk Caffeinated Comedy Hour. That's this Friday at 7:30. And then we should also plug Art Bar, right?
Yep. Art Bar. Art Bar this week, Thursday at Art Bar. Show sign up at 8:30. Show starts at 9.
Comedy Under the Stairs
Tomorrow
at
night.
Karma Bar and Grill tomorrow night, starting at 8. Sign up at 7:30.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wednesday, Friday. Come to them all.
Yeah,
Wow.
absolutely. Big thanks to Tim Higgins. Thanks to everybody who tuned in.
Thank
listened
you,
to the
Tim
Killer Radio
Higgins.
Show,
Thanks
You've
you
made
guys.
our night
This
so
is
bright.
fun.
and we'll
Till
play
next
out.
week.
Smile at the camera.
We'll play out with a little bit of NATO calls. Thanks, everybody.
Can you say I drink your milkshake just once?
I drink your milkshake.
Thank you.